Welcome to POW Thanet 2021. We did it. We're live. We're live, right? I'm Amy, Artistic Director of POW, and we are coming to you live from Faith in Strangers, Margate. Can you see the sea behind me? We're basically running a TV channel for the weekend, and we're doing it in a global pandemic. If this isn't the power of women, I don't know what is. Shout out to Darren on tech, absolutely bossing it. Lisa doing our BSL interpreting, thank you. And thank you to Arts Council England, Bubble Studios and Faith in Strangers. And the whole team were manning things behind the scenes. We have got Lindsay, Francesca, Katie, Danielle, Hannah, and our trustees, Debs, Zara, Lucy, Rowena, Bryony and Daisy. What a team! The women and girls of these towns are incredible. It always blows my mind. Women are so powerful, and it's really important to celebrate this on International Women's Day and all year round, in my opinion. So what is going on this weekend? POW Thanet Festival is completely free. It runs from tonight till Monday, the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day. We've got over 40 events to choose from, and you can see the full lineup at powthanet.com. Follow us on all our social medias at POW Thanet, and you can use the questions area to get involved. So what is POW Thanet? POW is a charity and an arts and culture festival for everyone, championing gender equality and celebrating International Women's Day. We're based in Thanet, Kent, UK, and we are local and global this year more than ever. Hello, Internet. And what is the importance of an arts and culture festival when all that matters is survival? I would argue it is more important than ever. When we decided upon the theme of the 2021 festival, Power in Protest, it felt, and it still does feel, vital. But a lot of what I know about protest involves standing alongside other people. We had parades planned, I wanted to hold banners and stand shoulder to shoulder. The levels of irony were not lost on me once we found out that we wouldn't be able to mark power in protest by standing and marching with other humans. Never in our lives have we been banned from touching other humans. We're not legally allowed to protest. We can't march or be together. But we can still protest from home. We are still powerful and we are still protesting. We stay at home to protect everyone. We're patient and we're grateful, but we do it, but it doesn't mean we have to like it. It's alien to us. We need people. I actually felt angry. I live for live events, theatre, dance, exhibitions, the arts. I love a festival, and it pained me to take the whole festival online. I am over Zoom, I hate it. But we are here, and we're going to bring the festival magic to you through your screen, because you know we're actually 3D humans, and we're together in spirit. And we'll press record on it, so there'll be a lovely archive, which I hope you can come back to and dip into at your own pace. And not one to be put off by a global pandemic, we've got some IRL moments too in real life. Women in Protest exhibition on the Broad Street, Margate, Old Town. It's focusing on artwork and photography all about Greenham Common, which we are celebrating 40 years of this year. Protest to Progress is a photography exhibition along North Down Road by Bex Wade. The POW Youth Art Trail in the shop fronts of Broadstairs, Ramsgate and Margate High Streets. It's incredible. I went and saw it today, so if you can get to those shows, take a stroll. Shout out to the Els on curation and installation, and Ellie Ward and Vic on the Broadstairs Trail. Incredible work. And Rebecca Strickson has curated an art exhibition at the Margate School. So while you're going up the high street, check that out as well. Now this year we have the Honouring Lana Youth Protest Photography Exhibition, which will become an annual exhibition and competition. We will announce the winning photographer on International Women's Day. This exhibition is to honour one of POW's founding members, Lana Van Zetter, who we sadly lost last year. If you're drinking a cup of tea or a wine, can you raise your glass and we'll have a moment for Lana. So if you're local, check these shows out on your socially distanced, government-advised daily walks. They're up till Monday. And maybe there are some brilliant things about having to take the whole festival online. Perhaps, and I hope this is the case, we can include people who, for so many reasons, may not have been in the room otherwise, due to childcare, bus fare, location, ticket price, anxiety, having no idea about the festival. Making things digital takes away a lot of pressure. You can rewatch it whenever you like on the POW YouTube, and we can all feel connected through the power of being here, through our shared thoughts. There are still human releases and emotions and shifts that our bodies and minds can go through via connecting like this. I want and need to tune away from the feeling of loneliness, and I choose to tune into the feeling of community and togetherness. We are lucky to have access to a phone or a laptop and be here at all. And this can be freeing and exciting, and sharing this experience is very leveling. We all come from the same space, connected and united by being here. So go wild in the chat room, in the questions, and get to know everyone, or you can just sit back and be. A global crisis like a pandemic lays bare the structural inequalities that shape our lives. In the grand scheme of things, this time is temporary, but living through it, it's a lot. I hope we can use it as a big reset button, off and on again. Catalyst for rebuilding a society that offers justice and safety to everyone. We have a chance to redefine normal into a better, stronger, more equal, more resilient, kind and open society. I believe that's what's coming next. I'm so proud of the POW team for coming together and making this happen. To every artist who's waited patiently while I came back to them with another adaptation to the plan, and to you for supporting us, for being here, thank you. The community around POW constantly inspires me. As my friend Maisie says, powerful things happen when women come together. I hope that the topic of gender equality and women's rights becomes an easier conversation following this time. For example, the opportunity to recognise childcare as work. That working from home is possible. A global revolution starting in homes, and of workplace culture, where macho competitiveness often takes over co-creation and cooperative models. We have the capacity to be lovely and kind and helpful, so we can choose to be lovely and kind and helpful. Simple, right? And on that note, life's too short for anything else. So if your feminism isn't intersectional, it isn't feminism. We should not be debating trans people's lives. It's absurd that anyone continues to talk about toilets when people are dying because of the way society treats them. And we all need to understand the impact of white feminism. The feminist agenda is the equality and equity of all people. Gender is an intersection of discriminations and privileges, such as race, age, sexuality, class, ability. It navigates how the overlapping characteristics of a person's identity influence their experience of equality, or in many of those cases, inequality. If your feminism is rooted in the hurt and pain of other people, but you claim to understand oppression, then something is deeply wrong. It's really important that we're intersectional in the way we go about things. Black Lives Matter must be an ongoing conversation. Disabled rights, LGBTQ+ rights, age, gender, it's critical that we don't think of these things as subject matter to be covered, but continual conversations, so there's not a normal place and then these other issues. If you know you have work to do, read, watch, talk, listen, follow Everyday Racism on Instagram. The girls running that account break down these conversations really eloquently, and they join us here this weekend too. So, COVID, the patriarchy, lockdown, whatever life throws at us, we are here to celebrate International Women's Day. It's POW Thanet, the show must and will go on. And we know giving women permission and freedom to dream, create, and experience joy ultimately frees everyone. So this is POW 2021. We are COVID responsive. We have 3 high streets filled with feminist exhibitions. We're running a TV channel for 4 days. We have a fringe, we have a youth arm to the festival, we have a podcast, we have a blimmin' TikTok. We have big announcements coming for future events in March and into the summer. We are an ever-growing community of powerful, empowered feminists. It's an honour to work with Team POW Thanet. I love it. This International Women's Day is POW's 6th festival, and it's incredible to see how it's grown in 6 years. The original artistic director, Jan Ryan, who many of you know retired last year's festival, more abruptly than we'd have liked, due to not quite getting to finish the festival. We love you, Jan. And as ever, shout out to our founder, Christina Clark-McQuaid. We stand on the shoulders of incredible women. And thanks to everyone who's taken part in this year's festival. If you haven't yet, we're asking everyone to draw an important woman in your life. It might be your mum, it might be Beyonce, and share it with us on Instagram so we can all celebrate women together. I like the idea of walking down my road and seeing loads of drawings of wonderful women everywhere. So everyone watching, please get the pens and paints out and get the whole family drawing and celebrating women together. Tonight, we open with the poetry of an absolute visionary, a true artist, poet Neelam Saradia Brayley. Then there's so many highlights for the weekend ahead. Definitely come to the screening on Sunday at 6 p.m. 2021, as I said, marks 40 years since the Greenham Common women's peace camps protesting against nuclear weapons. And this whole festival is a celebration of this anniversary, with our Power in Protest theme taking an in-depth look at the history, present and future of protest. The Greenham Common women's peace camps were established in 81. That was the year I was born. I'm 40 this year. So 40 years ago, to protest the British government's decision to hold nuclear weapons at RAF Greenham Common in Berkshire. Initiated by a Welsh group, Women for Life on Earth, the peace camp's protest activities included 36 women chaining themselves to the base fence in 1981, 30,000 women responding to a chain letter and joining hands around the base of Embrace the Base event in 1982. And in 83, 70,000 protesters formed a 14-mile human chain from Greenham to Aldermaston. The protest involved only women, as they used their identity as mothers acting in the name of their children and future generations. The women went directly against societal expectations of them to power their protest. In refusing to go home, they challenged the traditional notion that women's place was in the home. And the women's protest activities inspired other peace camps across Europe. You'll see loads more on this on Sunday at 6 p.m. for our screening of Carry Greenham Home. And we will hear from its director for a live Q&A. That's a big exclusive afterwards. And then the evening ends with Rebecca Morden, who'll be performing Greenham Women's campfire songs. So Sunday's a big night. This will all be incredible. I'm really excited as well about the banner making workshop with artist Rebecca Strickson and the panel talks from Canvas for Equality, a feminist collective of local young women from the area of different ethnicities and sexualities. They are incredible, and that's Monday at 7 p.m. Also, tomorrow's host is Naomi Cooper-Davis, and Sunday is Gemma Kearney. So don't worry, it's not the Amy show. The whole event has a BSL interpreter. Thank you, Lisa. And this is POW 2021. Coming to you live from Margate. Respect and sisterhood to you all. Up next, what a way to open the festival. The stunning emotive poetry of Neelam Saradia Brayley.